Hello, this day we are going to make bizcocho dough, which is a kind of dough that has a lot of butter in its content and also sugar. It is a very hydrated dough, and we are going to use it for making conchas, pan de muerto, and some other shapes. For this recipe we need flour, sugar, beaten eggs, fresh yeast, salt, vanilla, and butter. We are going to use a straight method or direct method, and we are going to put all the flour into the table and we are going to make a hole like a volcano. The salt is going to be over the flour to prevent it to be in direct contact with the yeast. I am going to add also the sugar, and in the middle I am going to add the fresh yeast, the vanilla, and little by little I am going to add the eggs. With my hand, I am going to begin mixing the ingredients. Once all the ingredients are mixed into an unified dough, I am going to add the last but one of the most important ingredients, which is the butter. It needs to be at room temperature. Once the dough is elastic, it is time for it to rest. I am going to leave it for about 30 to 40 minutes inside a bowl with some oil to let it rest and to let it ferment. Once it doubles its size, it is ready to give the shape. After approximately 40 minutes, the dough is ready to be cut. You can see that it has also grown. I am going to throw it into the table to punch it down. And I'm going to weight it. I'm going to cut it into small pieces of 50 grams. And I'm going to save some of this dough to make the bones of the pan de muerto. This dough is going to be left for the bones and for the head of the pan de muerto. And I'm going to begin giving them shape. I am going to make conchas en pan de muerto, so I need to round it, to give a round shape. I'm going to extend with my fingers. I am going to make sure that I have a side that has some flour and the other side that is very moistened. Okay, so I'm going to get together all the corners, make a pinch, and then flip it, and with my hand I am giving it a rounded shape. I will place all my shapes into a tray with a little bit of flour or with some paper, some sheet paper. I'm going to do the same thing with the rest of the pieces. While the pieces are resting, I am going to make the bones of the pan de muerto. With the leftover dough, I am going to cut it into small pieces. I am going to make 5 pan de muertos, so I need 10 bones and 5 heads. So I'm going to cut them. For the heads, I am going to make small balls. And I am also going to leave them to rest in the same tray with some space. And for the bones, I am going to use my fingers with my whole hand, and I am going to stretch them. Trying to make 4 small pieces. And also I'm going to let them rest and to fermentate in some flour. After a few minutes of fermentation for the pan de muerto, when you feel that they are soft enough, you are going to punch them down in the corners and try to stretch them. Leaving in the middle like a balloon. They don't have to be flat. They need to have a small mountain in the center. And also try to give them some space because they are going to grow. After doing this, we are going to leave them again to rest until they double size again. It is time to decorate the bread. We are going to take the dough that we made previously with a little bit of flour. We are going to try to expand it and then take it over the concha. Try to flat a little bit the concha so you can unite both of the doughs. If you have a concha cutter, you are going to take it in this moment. And then I am going to leave them to rest for about 10 to 15 minutes while my oven is getting to the temperature of 190 degrees. For the pan de muerto, I am going to decorate them. And for the ones that are going to be with sugar, I am going to bake them with a little bit of water just to stick the bones. In the middle, I am going to submerge my finger, put more water, just a few, and finally the head. You can also use some egg and finally decorate them with some sesame. And now they are going to be resting another 10 or 15 minutes until they are ready to get into the oven. After 20 minutes of baking at 190 degrees, the conchas are ready, and also the pan de muerto. For the decoration, we need them to be cold, so we are going to let them cool for about 10 to 15 minutes once they get out of the oven, and then we are going to decorate them. We need some melted butter and white sugar. I'm going to brush them with the melted butter. And then with sugar. And so this is our final result. Pan de muerto and conchas of matcha, chocolate and vanilla.